Many wars for millions of years. Many wars have happened. Many more will happen in the future. But let's take a moment of silence and appreciate the beauty of Mother Nature as itself. Mother Nature gave us a gift, a beautiful one. Creatures, so many creatures. Birds, cows, pigs, woodpeckers, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my. But over the years, Mother Nature decided to give us a spark of excitement when she created literal impossible things. She created the mythical creatures. This is where shit gets real. They had dragons. She created dragons, griffins, centaurs, three-headed dogs that guarded the pits of hell, hydras, krakens, sea serpents, pakangbas. But they all got extinguished by the humans. But imagine a planet so rich, only full of the best creatures out there, the best and most powerful creatures. Mother Nature decided to create another planet, a paradise full of creatures. But she only had the power to choose one creature, one type of creature. Many creatures wanted to be on that one particular planet, but she could only choose the strongest and the coolest. Many creatures begged as Mother Nature's hand of prosperity, leaned down and chose a creature. All the monsters started begging her to pick them, but the creature she picked to put upon the planet were the dragons. Dragons, powerful, ferocious. Some were hot-headed, others were nice as dogs. Mother Nature chose these beautiful and elegant but very hot-headed creatures for a reason. And when she chose the dragons, she chose every other type of dragon as well, solely to specific dragons. The creatures groaned in sadness as Mother Nature, with a shed of tears in her eyes, snapped her fingers. And all the other fantasy creatures were abolished. Meanwhile, the other dragons were put on the other planet, as we call it, Dragon World. This is how the dragons ruled their planet. But there is another organisms living on those planets, the planet that Mother Nature made herself. Humans and their livestock, their buildings and their homes. They were a lot smarter than us, but we're a lot stronger. But over the years, humans and dragons learned to coexist. Well, at least some of them. This is the story of the dragons. Prepare. Prepare your worthless worms. In a cave nearby, one of the most magnificent and strongest creatures awakes. A creature known as the dragon. The dragon wakes up and looks around himself in this cave. He then lets out another roar. Before flying away to find a meal. As he's flying, he spots a cow. But he needs to be quiet about it though. But then his recklessness, he roars. And dives down on the cow. The useless cow. The dragon quickly silences the cow before flying away with his new meal. Now, what type of dragon are we dealing with here? Well, we're dealing with the commonly used European dragon. This European dragon, well, yeah. Here he is compared to, in the size comparison against Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is 6'2", so here's the dragon right here. As you can see, this dragon's pretty fucking gigantic, and you can probably swallow Chris Pratt in one gulp. But let's just continue back to the story, eh? As the dragon starts feasting on his bovine lunch, as he lands down, he starts eating it, tearing it apart. It starts ripping into its guts. But then another dragon comes. But what is this dragon? Well, it is another dragon, of course. But what is this dragon? Well, he flies down with a mighty roar. The other dragon looks and sees, oh shit. This dragon roars again. Both of them look at each other. But what is this particular dragon? Well, this this dragon in particular is called, god damn, my voice cracked. This dragon in particular is called the Shriek Spike. The Shriek Spike. This dragon is pretty small compared to Chris Pratt and compared to the other dragons, but still, he's all about bite. He's all about bite. When size comes in short, he makes up for it with his giant bite force. Let's get back to the main story. The two dragons see each other. They both roar at each other. They both roar and attack each other. It ends with the Shriek Spike retreating. And yet again, the European dragon has won and continues feasting. The European dragon is done, and he decides to fly away to go back to his home. That is all for today, folks. Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon World.